Ratings board members, community members, administration. I have two different agendas that I'd like to go over right now. I'll go through them quickly. First off, we are going to be providing the board meeting virtually on Zoom if anyone wants to attend that way. Board members, anyone else can look at the minutes, district obligations, United Clubs. Not very much going on in these, any major changes there. Administration reports, it's included. I will upload a link right here for the video, and I have some good information about the administrative report as far as just making sure that it's a report and it doesn't turn into discussion time. We have a few different people we'd like to recommend for hiring. The first one is Carmen Arriaga as a Spanish teacher. You can click on here and see her resume. We also recommend that Milo Rogers be the activities coordinator for next year. You can look through his contract if you'd like to. It's a little bit different than what we've done with activities directors in the past. This is going to be a little bit longer of a contract. Previous activities directors, it was $15,000 for the stipend, and it also included a tuition reimbursement. We're taking away the tuition reimbursement, adding it. The tuition reimbursement in the past was $2,500. So with the additional 2 months of work and no tuition reimbursement, we're recommending that the board pay the activities director $20,000 for the stipend for the year. We also recommend the renewal of Keith Haggerty as our maintenance and transportation director, Jonathan Graves as our technology director, CJ Frankie is our family advocate and adult education director, and Jeff Hawk is our high school assistant boys basketball coach. We also recommend that the board approve the Lincoln County nurse agreement. We've been doing this for the past 3 or 4 years, and we've been working out really well. They actually didn't charge us the past 2 years during COVID because they had some COVID funds, and they actually weren't here as much as they would have liked to have been. So now that COVID is winding down, hopefully, here's the agreement for this coming school year. We have some items to dispose as we're getting ready for the summertime, and just want to make sure that the board is aware of some items and approve the items that need to be disposed of. We have MHSA annual dues, and in this list, we have baseball selected. If the board chooses to approve that sport, we're recommending the board approve baseball as a new sport and cross country. And so we would have quite a few different activities. We'd have 18 different activities going on. So to be part of MHSA and all these different activities is $4,500. With baseball, let me pull up the baseball. This is, the board has seen this in the past, how much interest, how many students we have, some of the pros of having baseball, some of the cons of having baseball. And we're kind of speculating on what teams would be part of our district. We're supposing that, so this would give us an idea of transportation. Polson, Florence, Eureka, and Thompson Falls. And the other good thing is the Idaho. A lot of schools in Idaho provide baseball. So we'd be able to travel over to Bonners Ferry, to Priest River, Kellogg, and any other Idaho school. So we have a lot of interest because of our strong Babe Ruth program. A great job, Parks and Rec, for really starting from T-ball all the way up through the Babe Ruth program and strengthening and getting students engaged in baseball. We also recommend that the board select a track surface. This doesn't mean that the board is going to be purchasing the track right now, but just giving us a direction on what to do with the track surface. So there's 3 different items in here that kind of all go together. Baseball, if the board wants to have, the district wants to have baseball on campus, it would change what kind of track surface we'd utilize. And then also if we choose a rubberized track, it could affect if we do teacherage, and which is the next part here with the first reading of these policies that are exclusively for the teacherage. So you can click on here. We've made a pro and con list. And so you can go through, you can look at what the view of the track and baseball field will look like. You saw that the work session last week, and then also cost estimates. That's exactly what we went over last time with Eric, the architect, and gave us some good ideas. So we went through from cinder track, pros and cons, rubberized track, pros and cons, a turf track, pros and cons, and just hopefully we can kind of figure out the direction that we want to go to know how much we need to fundraise, and then also how we're going to incorporate all these sports together. So the first reading of the policies, like I was alluding to, are all about the teacherage. If we do convert our concession stand into 2 apartments, and like I said in my administrative report, teachers are getting very, very difficult to find. And so I think it would behoove the district to really focus on develop some kind of teacherage or multiple teacherages, whether it's at the concession stand or at Fireman's Park or anywhere else on district property. But there's a rental agreement, a pet agreement, a lead paint disclosure, a mold disclosure, and a policy specific to district-owned housing. So if you have any questions or have any ideas on the different areas of these policies that we need to shore up, please let me know. These were developed by the school district association, so they're pretty sound. They're used by districts all across the state. The second reading of policies, I don't want to go through them too much. We went through them in April. Please read through them. If you have any questions, let me know. As you can see, many of them are required. There's a few that are recommended that just tighten things up a little bit more for us. The last thing is the discussion item of the calendar survey. So you can get into here and you can see the charts of all the different responses. These are all the responses all together. And what if you included all the people who responded, this is what they would be voting for as far as the current hybrid, the 4-day week, and the 5-day week, and which calendar they feel like is the best. And you can go through the student responses. It's broken down in student responses, staff responses, parents, and community. So it should be a good discussion on that. Again, if you have any questions for us, please let us know. The second agenda is specifically about the reorganization. So we're intending this to take place right after the regular board meeting. It will happen at around 7 o'clock. Again, it will be remote. The items of action will be to canvass the trustee election. This is where the board certifies the election. The next, we swear in any new trustees, and then we do introductions, because we want each board member to get to know each other as they're going to be reorganizing and calling on a new board chair, a vice chair. And so get to know each other a little bit, and then you could have some time to know exactly which direction you want to go as far as reorganization, calling on a board chair and a vice chair. And then you appoint and hire the district clerk. After that, we'll just have some discussion led by the new board chair about meetings. If you want to do just regular meetings and work meetings, combining them together. If you want them separate, if you want to have committees, we've done committees in the past. Talk about how you like board packets. Do you like the way that they're being provided electronically right now? Talk about communication. Are there ways that we can make things a little bit better between the superintendent and the board, or between any of the parties to make your job easier? And then just want to let you know about trainings for trustees. This is the document by the School Board Association. They're basically the 1000 series, all the policies associated with the school board, to make sure that they understand what their roles and responsibilities are. And then there's a lot of training for new and veteran board members that the School Board Association is providing in May and in June, and really throughout your tenure as a board member. And you can get on, and they have recordings that are very, very informative. And I encourage any board member to get on that and look at them regularly. Then we have, again, the board training, July 20th from 3 to 6. We had Bia Kalava with us in August last year, and it was excellent. She was able to really give us some good guidance and direction and answer a lot of questions that are coming up that we see in the political arena. So she's been a good guide and direction for us. And then also the discussion item that we usually have every May or every June, talking about our mission statement, making sure that we understand what our mission statement is, that if we need to make any adjustments to the mission statement, we do it here. There have been changes over the years, just small changes, but this really should be used as a tool to guide major decision-making that we have as a district, as administration, and as a board. So again, if there are any questions on either of these agendas, please let me know. I'd be happy to help. And we will see you on Monday at 6 o'clock.